looks good. I've had a very busy start of the year with creative projects, and now I know it's only February, but I've had the opportunity to work with a few brands that I really love to create stunning visual content pieces for them. In this video today, I want to break down a couple of these projects and highlight some key visual sequences and show how I created them. Let's get into it. The first brand that I've had the opportunity to work with is Aesop. I love Aesop. I keep their hand moisturizer at my table at all times. I like that they have a very strong brand identity and everything they do seems to have some kind of meaning behind it, including all of their stores which have their own themes, all of the products, the packaging. It's very tasteful. So when we got in contact to work together, of course I had to say yes.
Scent becomes a doorway. Breathing in, slowing down, and setting the stage for the day. Subtle but transporting. It shapes the moment and the headspace that follows. With intention, there is power in doing small things.
Through this video that I created, I wanted to showcase the olfactory experience of using their products, and the key visual sequence was very interesting to shoot. If you guys been following the channel for a while, you'd know that I've been collecting these coffee filter papers after I make coffee. I've been drawn to the texture of this paper. I like how light interacts through this, and especially after using the filter paper, you've got this lovely brown color. I was experimenting a little bit, as you can see with my light. I've got this diffusion set up right now, it's kind of weird. But shining light through this lamp here, through my coffee filter paper, was actually the first iteration of how I got this shot. The products themselves already have this orange amber tint to the glassware, so shining light through it just makes sense to have this really like orange tone for the whole visual. But I wasn't quite happy at how rough the texture was in this until I came across something else. This piece of paper here is what I used in the end to create this visual sequence. It is a translucent piece of paper. As you can tell, you can see the shadows, or I guess the subject behind it if you're really close, but as you go further and further away, it slowly diffuses out into nothing. And I thought this was the most perfect thing to highlight the products, because as you can see, I can grab the product here and then I can get it nice and close, and you can see like a razor sharpness at one point, and then everything else is like blurred out. And yeah, this was really nice to come by. This came in clutch. I really enjoy how the final shots look. I think there is a very big difference between this paper and the filter paper here. There's just a nice fine grain to this other piece of paper. It's funny to see the BTS versus the final shot. I guess this is all to say that you don't need to hire studios to create these looks. You can be very creative and spontaneous with what you have and figure something out. And when I found the piece, it all came together and I could create this shot that ties the video all together and has a very strong, bold statement to this collaboration. Man, I really wanted to do a good job of this one because I want to work with Aesop in the future. I really hope that they enjoy the visuals that I created here just as much as I did. And a lot of you guys have commented on the video as well, so thank you very much. I hope that, yeah, we can work again in the future. So in Australia, the southernmost little island that we have, it's called Tasmania. And from there is a distillery that creates this whiskey, LARK. And we worked together on a piece to highlight the Year of the Horse limited release of their whiskey. In this project, I wanted to tie the whole video together with a storytelling aspect that kind of revolved around my life. Last year, 2025, I had a lot of experiences traveling within Australia. Now, I haven't really done this even though I've been living here my whole life. Australia is really large, but I had the opportunity to go diving in the Great Barrier Reef, exploring Uluru and Kata in the national park in the middle of Australia, as well as summit the tallest mountain in Australia, Mount Kosciuszko. Now, as this is a Tasmanian-based company and I've never been to Tasmania, I thought that could be the hook. I could mention like, I've been traveling around Australia doing all of these things, and Tasmania is one place that I want to visit in the future. Haven't had the chance yet, would love to go. That was my story.
A new year always feels like a reset, a moment that brings people together. Dinners with friends, family catch-ups, and those quiet moments to reflect on everything that has happened. Looking back at my year, it's a mix of big adventures and small memories that stay with me. Summiting the tallest mountain in Australia, standing in awe at Uluru, and breathing with fish along the Great Barrier Reef. And funnily enough, it's had me thinking about the places that I haven't visited yet. Tasmania, this is definitely one of them. also the home of this beautiful LARK whiskey, single malt, crafted with the same care I'm hoping to bring into the new year. Here's to good company, good stories, and everything that's still ahead.
When it comes to content creation and working with brands, when I can, I try to infuse my own story into the videos when possible, because if it's not my story, then I could just be replaced by any other content creator, you know? They've come to me for a reason, and I want to share my interests, my personality into the video. First key element to this project that I want to talk about is a prop, and it is a map. Actually, it's in here. Throughout the video, I had a top-down shot of me pointing at different locations on the map. I think it really adds a nice visual reference, especially to these geographical locations that I'm talking about. Props and set design come in very handy when creating content like this. It aids you in helping tell your story, and yeah, anything to make your video more interesting is probably a good thing. My favorite shot in this project is the reveal of the whiskey itself from the box. This is all one shot. It's a top down where I have the map, I roll it out, and then underneath that is the box itself. I think it tied in the story to the product very well. I thought it was nicely executed. I think it was like my second try of that. With that visual sequence, the video also climaxed with the story, so it all kind of flows really well together. And yeah, at the end, I think I really like this video. It turned out great. But now I have a lot of whiskey and not too much time to drink it all. Now, the Bunshin and Tattoo Studio, I've been working with them for a while. I'm sure you guys know if you've been following the channel. Essentially, they create traditional Japanese wabori style of tattooing. I make cinematic BTS documentary style videos for them on YouTube. It's actually been a couple of years since we started working together, and I've gotten to the point where some of the projects that we started at the very start together have come to completion. Recently, one of our clients, Alex, completed his full back and arm sleeves, which is really crazy to see. I remember documenting the very start of that, and now documenting the completion of that. It feels very, very fulfilling. It's been a long time. Of course, I wasn't the one doing the tattooing for the many hours, or the person getting tattooed for many hours. I was just there on occasion to film important sessions. I think we made about 3, 4, 5 videos together, and yeah, this last one is going to be coming out very soon, but the final video will be very satisfying to have uploaded and put onto the channel. Yeah, I've also been accompanying these videos with photos, so I've been taking my Mamiya RZ67. God, this is a heavy camera. Shooting film on this camera here. This is the RZ67. This is my favorite film camera for sure. It's got such a fun experience shooting with the actual camera, and the photo quality that comes out is just, I honestly don't think it comes much better than this. Photography hasn't been my focus as of recent, but it's been very fun to bring out the cameras and just take photos of stuff and slowly but surely document all of these tattoo projects, which in the future I think will lead to something. I don't really know, but I've just got this like catalog of tattoo images saved. Another client, Jerry, he also finished his back and legs, and I took some photos with this, but they didn't come out as nice as the Ricoh GR little pocket camera that I had, which I'm very glad I brought that around in the end, because these photos are really cool. The piece that Jerry has here, there's a mikiri. It's like the border of the tattoo that connects with the blank negative space of the skin. I really like the mikiri. I think it has a really cool look, especially when it's coming down the side here. So I've got this really cool photo of Jerry kind of sitting, and you can clearly see the cut where the tattoo ends and his skin is. Yeah, that's really cool. I also took some pictures of my house when my friends were over with the RC. I think it's got a really nice feeling to the images. Film really feels magical, and when I get these photos back, they really do act as memories. Content creation tips. I know that the younger version of myself would be quite happy with what he is doing in the future, but I know a lot of you guys are also on your own content creation journey. So yeah, I wanted to talk about creating videos in the style of how you would want your future brands to see them. My friend Gaku, if you don't know Gaku, you should watch his channel, Free Education on the content creation. He recently made a video called How to Get Hired by Brands, what they're really looking for. And in this video, he touched on a topic that I actually really resonate with, and I wanted to share with you, and it is basically create the video that you want your dream brand to see. And when they see that video, they will know that you can create that style of video that they're looking for. To put it really simply, if you want to work with a sneaker company like Nike or Adidas, make a sneaker video. Focus on the shoe and how you'd integrate that into your style. Make a really good version of this. So when you post it, you can not only have it on your platform, but you can use it as a portfolio piece on your own website. So when brands like Adidas or Nike see your portfolio, they can recognize that you can make videos like that. If you're trying to get into the industry, I highly recommend you check out his channel. Go watch one of his videos. The brother is, he's doing great things. Now, bringing yourself into the content, I think it is also a power move for 2026. Content creation, it has become easier than ever before. iPhones, high quality video just from this little thing. But what makes a big difference and what creates uniqueness in a video is yourself. I feel like everyone's getting really good at editing and making really nice looking visuals, but if everybody's the same like that, then what can make you different? It is definitely your personality, how you interact with the video, putting your own self into the video. The best habit I've picked up is documenting random moments in my life. You never know when it's going to be handy in the future, especially if you go traveling. Get a couple of cool clips. I don't know, people call it clip farming. But if you have the content, then you can repurpose this later. So instance, in the LARK video that I made, the whiskey company, I used clips from these trips that I've went on. And it helped me create this big picture video. It has so much value, so much personal experience. You can't really replicate that unless it'd be quite a lot. Having the media and being able to pull that resource into the video that I've had helps me tell my personal story. And yeah, it's just something that I don't think other people can recreate because it's my experience. And brands that value content creators love this stuff, bringing your own personality into the video. Otherwise, yeah, they could just work with anyone else, but that's why what you have makes you special. I think we have a really cool community here on the channel, so if you're working on anything, let me know in the comments, interact with each other. I think that you can find a lot of friends, especially all of you watching the YouTube videos. I know you would get along. I've got a couple of things to do, so I'm gonna head off now. I hope you have a nice day or night wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next week for another video. So yeah, see ya.